On April 6, 1453, the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II would position his some 100,000 troops outside the walls of Constantinople. The Byzantine Emperor Constantine XI lay inside, outnumbered almost 10 to 1. The Ottoman Empire had attempted to take Constantinople on a number of occasions. With the formidable defenses, conquest of the city had proved a time-consuming task. In these earlier sieges, we broken up by internal instability and the Crusades. In 1444, the Ottomans defeated the European Crusaders at the Battle of Varna. Following this, in 1448, Hungarian nobleman John Hunday and Albania's war leader Skanderbeg would enter into an alliance. Hunday, convinced a decisive victory over the Ottomans could stop their Balkan expansion, marched south across the Danube and set up camp in Kosovo, where he awaited Skanderbeg's arrival. However, Skanderbeg would be delayed by a Serbian army blocking the way to Kosovo and never arrived. In October, the Ottoman Sultan Murad II and his army reached the Crusaders, who were now outnumbered 2 to 1 without Skanderbeg's army. The battle would result in a major Ottoman victory, killing or capturing the majority of the Hungarian army. Following this, the Christian Balkan states would be unable to resist the Ottomans, who would end up vassalizing Wallachia in 1449 for their contribution to the Crusades, and conducted several campaigns against Albania in 1450. In 1451, the Ottoman Sultan Murad would die after the siege of Krug and would be replaced by his 19-year-old son, Mehmed II. The European courts assumed that Mehmed II would not seriously challenge Christian control in the Balkans and the Aegean, but by early 1452, he would begin improving roads from Adrianople to Constantinople and begin construction on a second fort on the European side of the Bosporus, across from the one already built by his great-grandfather, Zid. This would effectively cut off all sea traffic through the Bosporus Strait, making it hard for the Europeans to assist in his coming siege of Constantinople. With the Ottomans' true intentions clear, Constantine XI, the Byzantine emperor, would begin looking to the west for help. But the price of centuries of wars and the current divide of the church between east and west would be critical. Even though Constantine would gain the support of the Pope would be unable to garner any real support. Although some troops did arrive from the city-states of northern Italy, the western contribution was not adequate to counterbalance the Ottoman strength, as the main Ottoman force, consisting of infantry, janissaries, and cavalry, numbered about 100,000. The Ottomans also had about 70 cannons and 126 ships. Meanwhile, the Byzantines had about 10,000 professional soldiers, a dozen cannons, and 26 ships. Also, a number of locals were pressed into service. Justiniani, a commander from Genoa, would take control of the main wall, while Constantine and his guard would be in reserve in the Blacarne Palace. Constantine would order a chain placed across the Golden Horn to prevent the Ottomans from attack from the sea. On April 6, 1453, the Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed II, would arrive and position his troops outside the wall. The Ottomans' massive cannons would begin bombarding the walls, but their imprecision and extremely low fire rate made it so that defenders could repair the wall after each shot, mitigating the damage done by the cannons. On the 7th, the Sultan ordered his light infantry and skirmishers to assault the walls. The defenders easily repelled the Ottomans. The Byzantines attempted a few sallies on the 8th and 9th, but no achievement was really made. On April 22nd, Mehmed ordered his ships be dragged across land, around the Genoese colony of Pera directly into the Golden Horn, bypassing the chain barrier. The defenders attempted to stop this, but would lose this battle, and the Allied ships would be forced to harbor. With Ottoman vessels now in the Golden Horn, the defenders would be forced to disperse part of their forces to defend the seawalls. On May 6th, Ottoman cannons managed to destroy the gates of St. Romanus, and during the night, their forces launched an assault and almost breached the defenses in the area, but the Byzantines were able to fend them off. On the 11th, the Caligarian gate was damaged, and the Ottomans moved in towards the Blacarnate palace, but Constantine and his guard were able to push them back. On the 29th, the Ottomans launched a full-out assault, which was a massive bombardment followed by a light infantry assault, but they failed to take the walls from Justiniani. Mehmed's artillery destroyed part of the wall near the gates of St. Romanus, and 3,000 Janissaries were sent to attack this position. The Ottomans took one of the towers and planted the Ottoman flag. In this assault, Justiniani was heavily wounded and carried away from the battlements, which caused the defenders' morale to drop. When a few hundred Janissaries entered the city near the gates of St. Romanus, the Byzantine defenses fell as citizens and defenders attempted to board the ships and leave the city. The emperor would attempt a counterattack near the gates of St. Romanus, but he would be killed, and so the Byzantine Empire would die with him. Thank you for watching our video on the Fall of Constantinople. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, as we plan to make more videos like this in the future. And again, thank you for watching The Knowledge Show.